Hello, you're welcome to reviews and recaps. Okay, let's get into it. So I started watching the show Ladies Who List Atlanta today, season 1, episode 1. And yes, so my first impression of everyone and the cast is everyone is absolutely beautiful. Everyone is stunning. My first impression of Robin, I was thinking, oh my God, she's going to be a firecracker all season. I was just like, she's going to light up the whole season. It's not going to be about them selling real estate. It's going to be about the drama that this woman is going to bring. And yeah. And also, my initial, I'm just going to throw out a few things that I thought about this episode. One thing is Cristal. Why do you keep saying triggered? What is it with you and that word triggered? Did you just learn that word yesterday? Like every illicit thing. Are you triggered right now? Are you triggered? Are you triggered? Now, granted, I like Cristal so far, right? But I feel like she needs to stop saying the word triggered. I was triggered hearing her say triggered. Like, can you stop? Can we not talk about being triggered? Like, it's almost like using fighting words in an argument. And so, if I'm upset at someone and then the person said, oh, you're triggered right now. No. That is going to irritate me. And then I'm going to be irritated. And then I'm going to be angry. And then I will retaliate or get irritated or something or do something out of the norm. But because I have self-control, of course I wouldn't. But still, that would really irritate me. So yeah. Perhaps, hopefully, throughout this season, she'll stop saying triggered. But I could see that they said next on the season, triggered. So I'm sure she's going to keep saying triggered. I'm waiting for it at this point. So there was a part where Tiffany, I think Tiffany and I believe Tiana were talking about children and talking about raising children. And Tiffany said in her confession about when you talk about a work-life balance, there is none. It's funny, as she was saying that, I literally said there is none, and then she said there is none, and I thought, oh my goodness, this is the reality. I don't even have kids yet, but I felt that. It's like with everything I'm currently doing as a person, without even having a husband or a kid yet, and I'm like, work-life balance is a daily challenge, is a daily struggle. I can only imagine how someone or people who have children, how do they do it? It's like you're a full-time parent, you're a full-time real estate agent or broker or whatever. It's like, how do you actually combine that? So it'll be interesting to see like a lot of these women and how they like parent and how they're handling the balance. I know Tiffany said there is no balance, but it'll be interesting to see a little bit more of their lives. I'm hoping that we see a little bit more of their lives and less of the drama. I'm getting the impression from episode 1 that it's going to be very drama focused. It's going to be so dramatized. So I don't know. I'm not massively into the show. However, I think if I notice that like my viewers are a lot into the show, I will continue to do the reviews and the recaps. But for me, I was a bit like, I did a little bit more, but it's just episode 1, so we'll see. Now, let's move forward to the scene where Cristal and Robin were speaking. Oh my God. So Robin was pitching her idea of creating a brokerage for Black women. And when Cristal was like, let me check the temperature on Tiana, I was like, okay. It looks like there might be something there. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, one thing I also wanted to say is there are so many people in the cast. It's so hard to keep track of their names. Is it just me? Or what do you guys think? Like, is it because it's just the first episode? But I was struggling to remember their names, guys. I was like, what are their names? Ugh, goodness me. Anyways, let's move forward. So back to where Cristal and Robin were speaking. And Cristal then said, let's be honest, without, Robin getting pissed off. And Cristal proceeded to say that Robin does not play well in the sandbox. And it's interesting how immediately Cristal said that, Robin got so defensive. Like, she literally got so defensive and started to raise her voice. And I was just like, someone is saying you don't really play too well in the sandbox, and your immediate reaction is to get defensive and then start raising your voice and then immediately be disrespectful. You're proving her point. She said you don't act well with people around women, and now you're doing that to your so-called friend who is trying to bring your mind or make your mind aware to that. It's like, how are you going to handle this? I personally think Cristal wasn't being shady. I think she just wanted to say it to Robin, to be like, okay, this idea is such a great idea, but you don't play well with women. How do you plan to handle that? Is it something that you're alive to how it's going to be an issue? It's going to be difficult. It's going to be a challenge to like work together. But I personally don't think like Robin was trying to hear it. Now, Cristal, can you stop saying triggered? Because she said it. She was like, you're being triggered. No, stop it. Stop saying people are being triggered. It's like when you're angry at someone and then they have the cheek to tell you to calm down. Like, no, don't tell me to calm down. Don't. I'm calm. That's literally how it ends. It's like someone telling you to calm down when you're already irritated. Like, it's too late for that. But yeah. And when Robin started raising her voice at Cristal, I was like, okay, now, hold up. None of my friends can raise their voice when they're speaking to me like that. It's disrespectful. I'm trying to have a conversation with you and call you out about something that you do. The next thing, you're raising your voice at me in my office. Like, that's just so out of order. And I'm just like, girl, Cristal is nice, because I'm not going to let anybody come into my office to come and be raising their voice at me. Like, girl, you're about to leave my office. She was nice enough and just told her to, like, lower her voice and, not be too loud. But I would have been like, girl, you better get that together or you're going to have to leave my office. And either way, you don't speak to me like that. So I'm quite shocked that Cristal seemed to handle that very well. One thing I will say, though, about them is they are not going to get along. I think their friendship is going to be done. Because their personalities don't mesh well at all. You know how, like, with your friends, it's like when you have a particular friend, like, your personalities just tend to mesh well. It's like your strengths, her weakness, as a whole, it just balances each other out. Like, there was this friend of mine, we're not friends anymore, go figure. And I feel like one of the reasons we're not friends anymore is because our personalities don't mesh well at all. She is one of those people that, she's like Robin. She can raise her voice at any sign of anything. She gets defensive. And I'm not like Cristal, but I'm one of those ones where I'm like, okay, you're not mutual respect. I'm not going to raise my voice at you. You're not going to raise your voice at me. And that's just that. So for me, I'm like, nah, Cristal, no Robin, rather. It's not Casey. I haven't even figured out their names yet. It's just, but yeah, I was like, nah, girl, you ain't going to talk to me like that. So I feel like from day one, our personalities are just, there was a time where we go into like this massive back and forth. And since that day, I was like, yeah, girl, me and you can't be friends. You don't know how to control your tongue. You have a temper. I don't have a temper, but I don't have the energy for people shouting at me. When people shout at me, it's a trigger. I get irritated. I lash out. It just doesn't end well. So for someone like that, we just can't be friends because there's going to constantly be disrespectful behavior from the other end. And I would feel like I have to respond. And I was just like, that's not the space that I'm in. So I have to remove myself. I personally think that's what's going to happen with Robin and Cristal. They're probably two decent people, but I think their personalities just do not mesh well at all. So I don't think they're going to remain friends. What do you guys think? Do you think they can actually fix it and be friends and remain friends and be cool? I personally don't, but let me know what you guys think about that. Also, you guys, is it just me or Kiana looks like Mariam Musa? You guys, if you don't know Mariam Musa is a UK YouTuber. I feel like they look alike. Complexion is similar. Cheekbones are similar. The hairstyles are similar. I personally think they look alike. Like at first I was like, girl, you have a twin in the States? Like, yeah, you guys look alike. Well, what do you guys think? I think they look alike. That's my personal idea. I think they look alike. Anyways, so we move forward to where Cristal reveals to Kiana that Robin wants to have a dinner, to discuss her grand idea, right? And for me, when Kiana said in the confession, the only reason she's going to the dinner is because she knows Robin wants something from her and so that she can't wait to say no. I was like, oh my God, I hollered. I was like, girl, you were petty. Kiana's plan is to literally show up to the dinner only to say no. She's like, no. I'm just like, I can't wait to see that episode. I think it's going to be hilarious. We'll see whether Kiana is really about it. Kiana seems like a sweet girl. She seems a little feisty here and there, but she does seem like a sweet girl. I like how she was very supportive in the first scene that she had, I believe, with Tiffany. And so she just seems like a supportive girl's girl. So we will wait and see what happens with that. And so the other part that I wanted to briefly talk about is the final conversation that Cristal and Robin have at the end. And where I was like, okay, they're trying to squash their issues. And they seem to be going back and forth. They're not listening. And it just goes back to what I said about their personality not meshing well. Robin has issues. I'm not even being funny, guys. She seems like a decent, perfectly nice woman. But the way everything is looking, sis, it looks like you got some issues. And she's a very sensitive soul. So it's like Cristal. That's what I mean. Their personalities don't match. Because with Cristal says certain words that are digs, even if she doesn't intentionally mean it as digs. So, for example, you calling someone crazy in an argument, even if they are crazy or they are acting crazy, it's not helpful. That is like a fighting word. That is you saying, okay, I'm going to throw some petrol or gasoline in something that is already burning. Like, what do you think is going to happen? It just doesn't make any sense. And I think it's like when someone is like, why are you angry when you're trying to discuss something? It's like, girl, you better sit down. Like, and don't tell me I'm angry. I'm going to tell you if I'm angry, So yeah, I feel like that's what the issue is. Like, Robin is too sensitive. Cristal is very, like Cristal kept chuckling and laughing. I'm not being funny, but if I was upset and wound up about something, granted, Cristal had every reason to laugh because I'm sorry, like Robin was doing the most. But at the same time, if you care about your friends' feelings, you're not going to be out there just chuckling and laughing in their face when they're saying something upset them. So Cristal Cristal shouldn't have done that. But at the same time, with someone like Robin, it's like everything seems to be blown out of proportion. So I can imagine like Cristal is just like, girl, I am tired. I got energy for this. Like, do we have to continue speaking about this? Like, what's really good? So yeah, it's just weird. I think, yeah, honestly, I think Cristal didn't mean it in that way. I think she's just used to, because there are some people where it's like, for example, I used to be that person where if something bad happened, my knee-jerk reaction is to laugh, because that saves me from being, that upset. Yes, I will be upset, but I laugh it away, if that makes any sense. But the difference is when someone is upset at me, I don't laugh in their face. That's just rude, I think. So yeah, I just think their personalities don't mesh well at all. And I feel like their upbringings are so different. Robin sounds like she's been through life. She's been through hell and back. And so the way she sees life is so different. Cristal has always had a sheltered life, so her life is so different. Her view is so different. Her vocabulary is so different. And I think they just all that added with their personalities is just, there's gonna be more fights this season between them. I can see it. And this was even before I saw the trailer for the whole season. I just knew there was gonna be fights. You know when you can just see that the personality just does not do it for each other? Like, I think that's pretty much what that is. So yeah. Anyways, that's going to be the end of today's review. What I'm going to do is I'm going to watch the next episode and I'm going to do a review for you guys, which will be coming out this week, probably tomorrow. Or if I can do it tonight, then I'm going to do it. But I suspect I would be bringing out the episode tomorrow or the day after. So yes, you guys stay tuned. If you still haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please support your girl. I'm new to this, so please support. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure you share, guys. I'm out here looking for people to listen to my commentary. I've always wanted to do commentary, but I just kept pushing it off, thinking like, who's going to listen? But now I decided to just do it. Yes, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. And I would love if you guys can please support your girl. Thank you very much. And yeah, see you guys next time. Bye.